You are being poisoned and you don't even know it. Did you know that you're being poisoned every day and you don't even know it? I know that sounds like an extreme, far out statement. Um, well, I got my roommate's cat with me today. Say hi. Her name is Suki. Um, she loves sneaking around. She's my sneaky link. She loves let's see, she loves sneaking over into my room every now and then. Um, well, she's purring a lot right now. But yeah, you were being poisoned and you didn't even know it. I just got back from a profound spiritual expo at the Pomona Fairplex. And so today I mean, this is something that I've been doing and I've been incorporating it more into my life, just more products, trying to go natural, all natural. And so today I just kind of want to talk about the things that happened at the expo, the things that I learned, the things that I uncovered, and talk about some of the products that I use. So yeah, man, I really emphasize for the listeners, for you guys, that you need to switch to all natural products if you can. So I have a handful of items here. It might seem excessive to you, but I'm telling you, man, like if you're using, the big company, toothpaste and deodorants and shampoos and body washes and all that, look at all the ingredients in those things. And usually you'll find, usually you'll find with a lot of these products, they're not using natural chemicals. They're using, usually it's like petroleum based. Even clothing. This is one of my favorite jackets. It's so warm, but it's made from polyester. Start looking into polyester, man. We need to be wearing a cotton or clothing made from animals. Polyester. Did you know like polyester is a product that's made from petroleum? It's almost like a plastic. So basically, we're being poisoned on a daily basis with plastics, microplastics. It's in the water, especially if you drink a lot of bottled water. And these are causing hormone imbalances. They're causing sexual reproductive issues, and so we're being poisoned literally everywhere. Like you have to pay, you have to fight to not be poisoned. Um, with plastics and toxic metals, metal toxicity, it's in the air. I think it comes from the gas vehicles and the catalytic converters and stuff like that. It's in the air. They're spraying it in the air, and then our plumbing system, it's in the water. It's a lot of lead piping and different piping, and um. So I mean, that's the other thing too. I would love to get to a natural shower. Today I had an amazing shower. I felt so amazing. Trying out um, this new loofah and this new body wash. So we'll start with that. So yeah, I started noticing like the old body wash that I was using, it was like Irish Spring or whatever, and you look at all the ingredients on it, it's not good for you. And then my loofah, how many of us are all using the same type of loofah? It's made from plastic, so you're literally scrubbing the plastic body wash, using a plastic loofah, you're scrubbing that into your skin. The skin is the largest organ for the human body. It's so important to take care of your skin, and so like I said, we have to fight to not be poisoned. So when you're taking a shower, you're literally scrubbing plastic into your skin. And I might be being a little dramatic with that, but it's the truth. And so, like I said, with this video, I just kind of want to show you some of the products. um, so let's start. I found this one. It's some form of like Egyptian cotton or Egyptian material. It's called Alumni. And so this is a natural loofah that I got from Amazon. This is what I'm using now, and I took a shower today, and it felt so refreshing. It felt so natural. It felt great. It felt different. And it was funny after I got out of the shower, and then I came and changed into my clothes and all that. And then the cat was like rubbing on my feet, on my legs. It was almost like she could tell that Like it was a natural, it was natural, you know. She was purring a lot and a lot. And then um this is the wash I use. 18 in 1 hemp peppermint. See, that's natural, pure Castile soap. So you should be implementing something like this. To me, I think this is honestly start with this with these two items. It's so important because like I said, you're scrubbing that into your skin, into your body, right? And so toothpaste was what I started with, you know, years ago. Uh like I don't know how far along you guys are on your journeys, but you start realizing a lot of the toothpaste, all the chemicals in the toothpaste, fluoride, they all contain fluoride, you know, especially if you go with Crest and Colgate and all the big companies. So you like, you know, you need to get away from all that. The fluoride is not good for your mind. It's not good for you. It calcifies your pineal gland. So this is a toothpaste that I'm using now, Himalaya Botanic Complete Care Toothpaste, fluoride free, SLS free, gluten free, you know, all these other things. But this is the toothpaste I'm using. Before you know, this can be found on Amazon. Before I started using this, I was using Tom's for a while there, but then I started to realize Tom's is owned by the same companies as the other big companies, and I think for a while there, Tom's toothpaste was good, but then I started noticing that they had fluoride in their toothpaste. Here's my mouthwash. So a lot of the mouthwash that we're using, right, has alcohol in it. Like it has some of them have fluoride in it, you know, and um, the alcohol, from what I found, it kills the bacteria in your mouth, you know, which I mean is good for fresh breath and stuff like that. But it's literally killing a certain bacteria in your saliva that can kill your, you know, your erections and stuff like that for a man. And, you know, it, it can alter, you know, your sexual, your sexual desire for men and women, you know, by using some of those household big name mouthwashes. So this is the one that I'm using now. This is another brand that I found recently that I really enjoy. It's called GuruNanda. So this is a nice mouthwash that I found on Amazon. So I've been using a lot of their products lately. So they, you know, they have toothpaste and all that too. Moving on to deodorant. Look at the ingredients on your deodorant. Are you using these big names? You know, Old Spice is pretty good, but even Old Spice and all the other brands of deodorant have aluminum in it, and aluminum is supposed to be antiperspirant to prevent you from sweating. And do we need to sweat? Sweat is releasing toxins out of your body. So the deodorants with the aluminum, you know, is preventing you from sweating, which we need to be sweating. But also, like I said, the aluminum is going into your skin, you know, and studies have shown that aluminum is linked to Alzheimer's. So you need to be using a natural deodorant. And so this is the one that I'm using lately, just Arm& Hammer Essentials with natural deodorizers, free of aluminum, parabens, and phthalates. It's just a rosemary lavender, you know. It's just a couple of ingredients here, and I'm sure there's probably a better version of deodorant that I could be using. But yeah, for the longest time there, I was just using Old Spice aluminum free. But now I'm seeing a lot of Old Spice has aluminum in it, so this is the one that I'm using now for the time being. This one is kind of crazy. So think about, you know, when you put lotion on your face, on your skin, you know, usually that's my morning routine, right? You know, wash my face, brush my teeth, and then put some moisturizer, some kind of moisturizer on my face so I have moisturized skin and it's not dry. And dude, I remember one day it was a couple of months ago. There's this, you know, just regular lotion that I thought I could trust that I always bought, you know, and you know, how many of us consumers when we're going shopping for these things, you don't read the ingredients, you just trust it, you know, dude, that's a rabbit hole for you. I'm serious, you know, like start looking into all these ingredients and all of these hygienic products that you're using. But anyways, when it came to the lotion, which brand was it that I was using? It was Aveeno. I think it was Aveeno, you know, some kind of aloe vera Aveeno lotion. And dude, I remember one day I went in and I used the bathroom and I usually don't turn the light on. I'm weird about it. I used a hallway light. Um, but I was in the bathroom and it was kind of dark, and I put some lotion on my face, and I just it felt like glue. I remember I was rubbing it on my face and it felt like glue, and I got mad for a second. I was like, dude, did one of my roommates prank me, or did they, mess with my lotion and put glue in it? Like, are they trying to, be evil or something? I was like, it literally felt like glue, like I was rubbing glue all over my face. And the only conclusion I could come to was it was a really hot summer day, and I think the lotion inside of that plastic bottle, it melted. And so it's like I was literally, it felt like I was rubbing glue on my face, and it looked like it was like all over my face. And so like I said, look, and then I look at all the chemicals on that bottle. I was like, I immediately threw it out. And so this is some of my favorite that I've been using lately for my moisturizing, my skin, my face is just, I'm using this Ashanti Naturals, 100% and natural African shea butter, just natural shea butter, which from my understanding, shea is some kind of almost like an almond or something that they're making this butter out of. Um, and so this is what I've been using lately, and it's been a game changer for my skin. And yeah, I really recommend that because, like I said, when you understand that your skin is the largest organ, and it's it's what you know is taking in all these toxins. It's so important that you use this. Um, and then the something that I've been incorporating lately is I felt like I've had such, like my gut, like my gut has been just so inflamed. I used to be so skinny, and just over the past few years I just gained a lot of weight, and it's just the weight is like I'm like 200 pounds. I'm 5'10", 200 pounds. I've always been like never gained this weight. Lately, with exercise and all that, I've definitely lost some weight, but we need to be detoxing. So in combination with all this, we need to be detoxing the metals and the plastics out of our body. And some of you may think I'm a conspiracy theorist or I'm being a little extreme with it, and maybe I am, but not really, man. We need to get to natural products, and we need to be eating naturally. And these are just some of my things that I incorporate into my routine, and I'm just sharing it with you and recommending it with you. And so something that I've been incorporating lately is a gut detox, also from the that same company as the mouthwash, the GuruNanda is and this is a wormwood clove blend that I mix into my water. It's two steps. So this is step one, and then step two is fulvic acid. And so I put this into my water, and that has been kind of detoxing my gut. Um, and so that's kind of some of the products that I've been using lately. Um, and so I just thought I would share those with you. And so moving on, I thought I would just talk to you a little bit about, my time at the, have you guys heard of the Little Sedona Expo? Today it was the Pomona Psychic and Holistic Wellness Healing Expo. It was right here at the Sheraton and in Pomona, where the LA Fair, the Pomona Fairplex is held. They have a little expo center there. And yeah, I mean, that was awesome, man. It was a free ticket. I had nothing to do today. And I was like, you know what? Like, these are my people, man. My weird spiritual people who talk about aliens and uh, different dimensions and energy healing and consciousness and psychedelics. And I was like, man, these are my people. And so I enjoyed going there, and just I learned a lot, and it was just real. It was a nice Saturday, especially for a free ticket. Like I said, I had nothing to do. So I was like, you know what? I've been seeing them having these events all over the place, and I've always wanted to go check it out. And I was like, you know what? It's right here in Pomona down the street. Like, let me go, let me go check it out. And I went there with the intention of just, you know, listening to the speakers and, connecting connecting with, um, connecting with the different, people at their little booths, and seeing about getting some new podcast guests. And so I got a handful of business cards here and different things in the works. So I'm sure maybe, a couple of them or all of them will hopefully be a podcast guest. And, there was a lot of interesting connections made today. And, hopefully they come on and you guys will hear some more of their story and their offerings. And so real quick, I thought I would just run through some of the people I met today and some of the interesting things that happened. Um, yeah, the day started with a man, it was an Asian man and his girlfriend. Awesome guy. Let's see, what was his name again? Jason. And so he was talking about cord cutting and that kind of a thing. And he had such a profound story about, he was a nurse and he had these strange experiences that, you know, essentially he could see spirits, and it kind of led him on the spiritual path. And so yeah, that was interesting. I enjoyed connecting with him, and there was a personal thing that he shared with me that personal for me, where I've heard this multiple times now. And so I don't know, man. When it comes to these things, it's like the way I see it, man, is it's if these psychics and stuff like that, if they say it to me like two, three times, I think about three times. If I hear it about three times, the same thing from different psychics and stuff like that, it's like I start to kind of believe it. So, something that he shared with me, and I've heard this multiple times now about myself, is that, one of my guardian angels or spirit guides, is Archangel Michael. And, we all have, supposedly, we all have guardian angels and we all have spirit guides that are kind of guiding our path and guiding our journey in life, so that way we can learn, and so that way we can pursue our life purpose and our life mission. It's almost like a contract that we chose, when we chose to incarnate here. It's almost like it's a contract. And so you're here for a reason. And I think that's why a lot of people just feel so sad and down and lost, because they don't know their purpose, they don't know their reason, they don't know why they're here. And so I really recommend connecting with some of these shamans and psychics and stuff like that to find the answers that you're looking for. And I also, like, of course, be skeptical. Get multiple opinions before you decide. You know what I mean? Like, you try to use your discernment on these things, right? So he was interesting. There was another nice lady, Angelica, um, and she was just, awesome. Just her talk, So I'm looking at her card here. So she does, energy and Reiki, and you know clearing the chakras and all that. And she was just, her talk was just so empowering. It was like a motivational speaker, and it was just like, if I could share, some of the things that she shared, is just, you need to remember who you are. You are so powerful. You are divine. We all come from the same source energy. We all come from the same source, and we forget. So, remember your power, and, really what she was emphasizing is just how, we all have doubtful, some not, I shouldn't speak for everyone, but, oftentimes our mind, the chatter of our mind is, and the ego, right, just is negative, and it makes you doubt yourself and tell you that you're not good enough and all these things, right? And so she was really emphasizing, how we're not the mind, we're not the ego. The mind and the ego is kind of what creates our personality, and that's what we show to the world based on all of our previous experiences in life. And so we need to remember that we are not the mind, we're not the ego, and if you're having negative thoughts or thoughts about self-doubt and things like that, like, tell that voice to shut up, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was very powerful. Um, the next speakers that I had the pleasure of connecting with, they were a couple, and they were awesome. They had the what do you call it? The Metatron, not the Metatron, the is it the Metatron? The Metatron cube on their shirts. Um, and yeah, they were amazing. And they were wearing all white, and um, just everything they were talking about was just the things that I talk about, and just everything that they were talking about was just resonated as such truth for me. So they were talking a lot about, the power of the sun. The sun is a divine light. We need to be connecting with the sun. We need to be connecting with the earth. Um, and the way they were describing it was, I never heard it explained like that before, but just that our sun is actually not that hot. It's just that it's illuminating these frequencies and these rays, but our the Earth's atmosphere is what traps that warmth, and it feels warm to us. Um, but also some other things that he was talking about was how there's other suns in different solar systems and different galaxies, and that one sun from one galaxy, it sends information. They send information to each other, and the sun is what is causing this mass spiritual awakening on the planet right now. It's elevating the frequency, it's elevating the consciousness. The sun, I'm telling you, it's so important. I just put a video out about it. Go outside and connect with the sun, please. It's so important. It really is. And so at the end of their talk, um, they offered a chance for people to ask questions. And so I, of course, asked about how, I told them how every day I'm out in nature, putting my bare feet in the earth, connecting with the sun. And it was since ayahuasca that, ayahuasca changed me. It connected me to the earth, it connected me to nature. And I just have such a connection to the sun now and to nature. And every time I'm out in nature, I see the chemtrails in the skies. Why are they blocking? It's to block the sun, and see that this is one of these conspiracies, who knows the real truth? But I asked him about it, and I could tell that I wasn't crazy for asking that. Everybody knows. And if you don't believe me, I can send you a link about, climate engineering. And there's a guy he's done some fascinating work studying how they are engineering the climate. And they're doing it, to block out the sun, who knows why. I think, hmm, I think the first most obvious reason why is because I don't know what year it was, but it was like 200 years ago. It was in the 1800s. It was called a Carrington event. Um, it was called the Carrington event. And so we had such a massive solar flare erupt that it shot and hit the earth, and it disrupted our it disrupted a lot of things. I forget. I don't know. Was it our communication or whatever? Look it up. It's the Carrington event. And so I think, one of the most obvious reasons is they're blocking out the sun. They're blocking out the sun to prevent that from happening again. Because I mean, look at we're all relying, our cell phones and the 5G and all that. So we rely on that. Our society runs on it. So I think that's the most immediate reason. But I do believe, like I'm always saying too, man, this reality is a battle between the light and the dark. And so I think the dark, and like I said, man, don't be afraid of the dark. Just recognize the dark, and they're just doing their job. Um, is to prevent the awakening from happening. It's to prevent the awakening from happening. Um, these are just my thoughts. Um, so moving on to, we had another great speaker, Asian lady. Her name, what was her name? What was her name? Yuri. Her name, Yuri. And so she talked at her booth. She had these big jars of Amanita muscaria, the typical, stereotypical red and white capped mushrooms. And she was amazing. She's awesome. So I'm gonna reach out to her about getting her on the show as well. And she was just talking about how, she's a shaman, and that these plant medicines can be used to heal. And it's obvious, man. See, and that's the thing. We have to get past we have to get past viewing psychedelics as a drug. They're not a drug. These are plant. Well, I'm talking about plant species, right? Mushrooms, ayahuasca, um, peyote made out of cactus. All these things are made from nature. Even marijuana is a plant. These are natural. They are healing. And sure, they cause, psychoactive, psychedelic effects, but that's their purpose. The plants are teachers. They are our greatest teachers, and they are alive. Go look in nature, man. The trees talk to each other. They communicate. The plants are alive. They are our greatest teachers. And there's nothing wrong with connecting with plants, so we have to look past that. But she was talking about how she does past life regressions and helps people be more present in this life by healing their past lives. their past lives, and sometimes you don't realize it, but we carry baggage from previous lives. And until you release, until you heal it, you won't be able to be more present in this life. And, to me, the stuff is all, it seems far out, right? But man, when you really open your mind to these things and really open yourself up to the truth, this reality, like I said, man, it's stranger than you think. It's so much stranger than you think. And at the same time, I can understand how ignorance is bliss. If you want to just not learn about these things and just not pay any attention to it and just live about your life and just work a job and just, day by day and, just do your thing and not ask questions, I understand that, man. Ignorance is bliss because you can get lost in all the information. But for those who are seekers like myself, you're interested in learning, you want to learn about the truth, it's stranger than you think, it's stranger than fiction. So I actually signed up for a past life regression therapy. I'm going to do it in March, and so we'll see what happens. She was another great talk. So she's trained in the quantum healing hypnosis technique by Dolores Cannon. If you're not familiar with Dolores Cannon, look her up, man. Look at her videos, man. She's amazing. Um, yeah, and I guess to kind of close it out, there was this guy offering free energy healing sessions. His name was Dr. Steven Portillo, and it was just a 15-minute free healing session. And man, I can't even put into words what he was doing. I'm gonna reach out to him and try to get him on the podcast, and so hopefully he can talk more about what he was doing because it was so profound, man. This guy to me is like an angel. The work that he's doing, this energy work, it reminded me of my session with the chakra queen. How she was doing the weaving and all that. It was similar to that, but this guy, man, like he asked me, and like I said, I'm trying to cleanse my gut. I'm trying to lose weight in my gut area. I just feel like I have this stubborn weight that's stuck. And interestingly enough, there was a hypnotist that spoke before I went and saw the energy healer, and dude, he was saying exactly what I felt and what I've been knowing. Is he was saying that any person who has like some major traumas in life, it can cause about 30 pounds of stubborn weight gain. So sometimes you look at people who are overweight, and it's like we want to make fun of them, or people like to make fun of them and stuff like that, but it's like you got to understand, dude, these people have been through trauma oftentimes. They've been through some traumas, dude, and the weight is stubborn and it just won't come off. And that's what it is. It's like, and like I said, emotions. What are emotions? It's energy in motion. When you have traumatic experiences in life, that energy can get stuck. It can get stuck in different ways, and it can cause one of the side effects is it can cause weight gain, stubborn weight gain. And so I was telling him about and interestingly enough, it's like it's about 30 pounds that I'm trying to lose so I can get, because I'm probably like 190 right now. And it's been hard to just get this weight out of my gut region. So I'd like to lose about at least 20 pounds. And so this guy, Dr. Steven Portillo, he sat me down, and dude, he was doing all kinds of work with his hands, and it was intuitive, and he was like seeing things. And I don't know if he was talking to God or my spirit guides or who he was communicating with, but he was doing all this work on my chakras. And when he was doing these things, it was like my body was like twitching, and so it was like subtly twitching, and it was like wow, it was crazy. He was like checking things out like with my energy field, and he was saying things like, okay, karma, he's like, all right, pay that back. And then he was saying like, oh, okay, your past, oh no, your future, but your future past. And so there was things that he was seeing and revealing and connecting with, and it was just so profound. And I might sound crazy, and like I said, to the average person it probably sounds crazy, but you would have to literally just experience it for yourself. And he was, you know I don't know, man, it was interesting too because I looked at the guy, and he reminded me of me. He looked like me, like maybe like a 40-year-old version of me, maybe a little better looking, a little taller. And it was just weird. It was like, dude, this work that this guy was doing, it was just so profound. And, maybe I'm not as skeptical as I like to admit. Maybe I just accept all these things, right? But let's see if the weight comes off now. That'll be the deciding factor, right? Um, so yeah, it was an interesting day. Um, I hope you took some value out of this video. I'm kind of losing my voice um, from all the talking with different people and all that. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to record this video while all of it was fresh on my mind. Hopefully some of these people become guests on the podcast and you'll get to learn more about their stories. And like I said, um, I shared with you all the products that I'm using currently. Um, and so I hope you took value out of that. So if you have any questions, um, I'll try to put these, I should start getting some affiliate marketing going, but I'll try to put some of these items in the description as links, um, so you can find these products for yourself. But like I said, man, to kind of close it out here, seek for the truth. The reality is stranger than you think. This reality is stranger than you think. Seek the truth. Connect to nature. Seek the plants. Seek the plant medicines. Seek them out. They hold so much wisdom. The plants are our greatest teachers. Seek them out. Seek nature. Connect to natural products. We need to be using natural products. Heal yourself. Seek the truth. And yeah, as always, I thank you for watching my videos. And, like I said, I'm just trying to share the things that I'm learning, and hopefully you take value out of it. And if you agree with me and you want to try these things out, cool. And if you don't, that's fine too. Um, but I'll just tell you, man, like I said, I've been on this journey for a while now, and it's really reaching its peak. And I'm going to be um, pursuing it even more, because we need it. We need it. We all, I want to wake you up. We got to wake up. We got to remember our true divine essence, our true divine power. We got to remember it, and we got to heal ourselves, because as I heal myself, I heal you. As you heal yourself, we can heal. It's a ripple effect into society, and that's pretty much, what I'm trying to do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if no one told you today, I love you. Thank you.